protect me, my peace, everything. They protect Toccara completely. My angels, Sunny, my heartbeat, my protection. So thank you guys, first and foremost. But secondly, thank my subscribers, likes, shares, comments, my supporters, just all the love. Thank for the people who be joining me in my live and actually talking to me and stuff like that. And I love that. Thank you for all of that. Even the people that stay in the background, kind of just watch, don't really, want to say too much. It's okay. Everybody doesn't want to, have a conversation with you, or they don't want to talk to you. They just want to just look, at your videos. And when I watch YouTube, other YouTubers and stuff like that, I'm the same way. Sometimes I'll say something, or I'll comment, or I'll just watch the video. So I know a lot of people just want to see the videos. They don't want to do too much talking, or they don't want to, and that's fine. You do not have to respond. I mean, sorry, converse with me. You don't have to have, no, never. Like, you don't have to feel like you have to. I'm just saying, feel free to. If you ever have a thought on your mind, you want to share it, whether it's here or in the comments, but you don't have to. Like, if you just want to watch the video and don't feel like doing a whole lot of the whole talking or whatever, feel free to do whatever you like. Like I said, this is a judge-free zone. Just keep it classy. Just keep it, respectful. No disrespect towards me, my audience, and we good. But you don't have to come on my lives and say anything if you don't trust me. I'm not gonna take it any kind of way. I'm good. Uh, but anyway, let me get to the topic at hand. It's a viral post going around, and y'all know when it's something that's viral and it has something to do with the LGBT community, it's a car race on it. It finds me. I don't go look for anything. It finds me. I'm scrolling through my other social medias, and I keep seeing this post about the femme telling a stud that she's having a birthday party or something like that for her son, the femme's son that she biologically had, you know, with a man, of course, with somebody else. And she's telling the stud, hey, I brought so cake last time. Can you buy the cake this time? And she got the text, she got the messages like posted. That's what she screenshotted and she shared with, everybody else. Mind you, I don't know if this is a real post. I don't know if this is something that was just pulled out of a hat. So I'm not gonna say, I don't know the people involved personally. It was just a viral post. So I don't know if it's real or not. I don't know if it's people really behind it or not. I don't know. But it was basically, like I said, the femme asked the stud to buy, the child a birthday cake for their birthday. And the stud basically said, that is not my responsibility. I am not that child's father. You should contact his father and ask him to buy, his child a cake. Even though she was with, the child's mother. The stud was with, the child's mother. And of course, I went to the comments. Everybody, some people was on the femme side, some people understood the stud side. So let me just give you guys my view on that from both sides. And I'm not taking any side. I'm not taking the femme side, the stud side. I'm not taking anybody's side. I'm neutral. I'm right in the middle. I agree with some of what I read, and because it was only like what, two messages, like back and forth, whatever, maybe four, something like that. But it wasn't a lot. It was just a short little. She posted. She took a screenshot and posted it real quick. It was like very very short, like four messages total. But let me just tell you this. From let me do the stuff point of view first. From her point of view, she has a point. When you have a child with someone, y'all should be responsible for that child. Whether you had that child biologically with a man and y'all, or you was artificial inseminated and you had that child with another female or another, you know what I'm saying? Or trans, whatever, it's a whole bunch of labels out there. I know there's all types of ways to have babies. I get it. I'm just saying, the two people that's involved, the two parties that's involved, should definitely be financially taking care of that child and providing for that child. Clothes, food, shelter, school supplies, whatever. Y'all should definitely be the mom and the dad, or the mom and the mom, or you give say the dad and the dad. If you know what I'm saying. No men cannot have biological, you know what I'm saying, as far as pushing out a child, but two men could definitely, be fathers to a child. If y'all the two people that agreed to take care of this baby, it should be that way. Even if somebody else come along and marry or decide to date the mother of your child. I don't like saying baby mama. I know it's fine to say, but I like to say the mother of the child, the father of the child. It's just out of respect. That's how I like to say things. Even if somebody is dating the mother of your child or the father of your child, they shouldn't have to come in and take on so much responsibility for a child that was conceived between two people before they got there. You see what I'm saying? You guys decided to have this baby before this other person came in and decided to date the mother of your child or the father of your child. So they shouldn't have to come in and take on so much responsibility when it comes to that child. And you can say the same thing as far as discipline. The discipline should be between mom and dad, or mom and mom, or dad and dad. As far as that person that's coming in to that shared family, they should. I don't believe that they should discipline the child. I mean, I'm talking about like physically, like put their hands on them, or even a belt or nothing like that. I don't. I'm not comfortable with that. I wouldn't. Well, I choose not to date people with children. That's my personal choice. But if I did, I wouldn't discipline somebody else's child ever. That is not my child. I did not push that child out. I did not. I'm not disciplining your child. I'm not putting my hands or a belt or anything else on your child. I will tell your child stop if they're doing something you ain't got no business doing. I will not let them sit there and put a goddamn fork in the outlet. I will be like, hey, I will grab that fork or whatever, but I will not discipline them to the point where, like I said, beatings or hitting. That's just my personal choice. I know some people feel different about that. Like, and that's why I said I'm about to get to the film's point of view. But let me stay on the stud just for, on it just for another, second. So I understood her point of view. She said, listen, the father needs to step up, buy that cake for you guys' son. That's his role. And I do agree with that. You know what I'm saying? You know, y'all had that baby together. And he can buy that baby his cake, his or her cake. They can buy that, so I agree with that. But I also, so let me get to the fem. I have to get to the fem point of view too. I understood her point of view too. Listen, if you're gonna decide to date someone with children, and there's a baby daddy who's physically involved, or even an ex baby, is sorry, I just said I want to say it. Is a the father of the child that's involved, or the second mom of the child is involved, because like I said, it could have been artificial insemination and between two lesbians, whatever, or even like I said, even a surrogate mom for like two guys. Once you come into a situation like that and you agree to be with that person, that's a package deal. You can't just date mom or date dad and say, hey, I don't have nothing to do with the kids. You know what I'm saying? That's a package deal, honey. So even though I don't believe you should be disciplining them, like putting your hands on them, on a belt on them, or nothing like that, and, financially, you say, well, okay, if y'all two do the bills together, fine. If y'all two do, fine. But if you feel like, okay, I still don't feel like I should, like maybe the film feel like the stud should have, help her take care of the children as well, financially. I could see her point of view on that, but then again, I'm like, hold up. If the father of that child is in that child life, and they should be stepping up financially to take care of that child as well. And if they're not physically there, it's called child support. They should financially be there taking care of that child. Once again, I don't think that's the person coming in their responsibility to the T. I don't believe that. Because they came in to the situation. They didn't have that child with you. That's not a child that, you know what I'm saying? But I will say, if your femme girlfriend come to you and say, hey, our child needs something, can you help me with that? You should be able to help her with that as well. You see what I'm saying? Like, it should never be, well, you telling this young lady every single time, hey, that's not my responsibility. Once you decide to date someone with children or a child, That's a whole deal. You cannot break away. You can't just date the mom or the dad and neglect the child. You cannot just say what you don't want to do for the child, you know. You came into that knowing that that young lady had children or that young man had children. You cannot turn a blind eye to that because you feel like that is the biological parents' problem or that's their situation. You just happen to come into it. Baby, the moment you decided to come into that situation, that became part of your situation too. You agreed to come into that. Okay? And this is why I personally, like I told you guys, at the beginning of this video, I don't date women with children. Personal choice. And it's not that I wouldn't financially help her with the child. I wouldn't fight, spiritually, mentally, all of that. I would not discipline anybody else's child. No, no. I'm not putting my hands on nobody else's child ever. But I will financially, I would have definitely financially helped that child, and definitely yes, by choice. But that's just would have been me. I do see it from this third point of view, like she felt like, listen, the father is in a picture. He can help. He should be able to help. And even if he's not physically in a picture, child support, you should be able to buy a cake for that child. So my biggest question is, out of these three people that was in this child's life, right? That is in this child's life, between the biological mother, the biological father, and the stepmom. Why was it so hard to buy a cake to begin with? That's like the $1 billion question that I'm asking myself. Like, come on, baby. Like, why was it so hard to even, purchase a cake? And at this point, you can go to any supermarket, buy some cake mix, some frosting. You can even decorate it yourself. They got little stencils and stuff you can use to decorate a cake. We talking about what, $10? I know food prices is kind of up there these days, but come on, y'all could have got together and made this child a cake. You know what I'm saying? So I just think this was just one of them issues. This definitely could have been worked out. And once again, I don't know if it's a real story or not. I don't think it should have came to the internet. And people were posting it because even I ain't gonna even lie. My niece even posted it on her page, and that's why I was able to see it on her thing as well. She even posted it, and she was like, "This got to be a skit. This got to be a lie because there's no way, you know, there's no way." And I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, and speaking of another viral video that's going around besides that post, is another one where the father walks in the door after his shift. He said he left for his shift at 1 o'clock. He came back like around, I think he said it was like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock that night. The young lady was sitting up there on his bed eating Popeye. She was eating some food. I already said it, so it is what it is. I ain't worried about copyright or nothing like that. But she was eating some food, and he asked, "Well, did you feed my baby? Like, what did my baby eat?" He kept asking the baby, "What you?" And the baby was like, "I ate rice. I already ate rice." She was like, "The rice." He was like, "The rice that I fed you earlier before I left for work." So, she was like, the woman that he was dating that was sitting on his bed eating in front of his son, that he left his son with this girl, his girlfriend, I believe. She didn't feed his son. She said she gave his son like a French fry from what she was eating, but she didn't feed his son. Now, once again, I don't know if this is real. I didn't know if this was a skit. I didn't know anything, the background of the story. But I just thought that that was crazy too. Once again, first of all, before you started dating this young lady, you didn't know how this girl was. Secondly, I don't care what you got going on. I don't care if you're mad at the father, the girl. I don't care what's going on. If you're around somebody's child all day long and you don't think to feed that child, I don't care if you're not maternal. I don't care if you're not. That post pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie to you. That one about the whole cake thing, I was like, I could see it from too. That skit, whether that skit was real or not, that skit pissed me off. I will never sit around somebody's child and eat and be around somebody's child, and I'm gonna see that child hungry, or I'm not gonna feed that child. And Just like my niece said on her page, on another social media, she was like, "I pray this is a skit. This got to be a skit. I pray it's a skit too, because if that was real, and they was like, it's a skit because he came in with the camera or early, just right away he was recording." They said so it's definitely a skit. But I'm like, if by chance that was not a skit and that was real, whoa, sweetheart, you did not seriously make sure that this baby had a diaper and everything. Baby had to be all over one or something like that. One, you did not make sure this baby had something to eat. So my thing is, y'all already know, and I say this on my videos a lot, so some of y'all should definitely know, I'm not a mom biologically. I do claim my sister kids, she had them, but they mine, you know what I'm saying? But, because I love my nieces and nephews. But I'm not biological, like, sorry. Ugh. I'm not biologically their mom. So I don't have any kids. But if I did, I'm careful. I'm not bringing anybody around my child or my children like that. You guys gotta be, you guys gotta be careful. When you're the dating pool in today's world is already like fit. Like, it's just fickle. It's just real weird. From these internet people that don't wanna show themselves. They catfishing people. I'm talking about psych issues. I'm talking about pathological liars. I'm talking about men pretending to be women behind profiles. I'm talking about people using you, becoming come up people, trying to be the next come up girl, come up dude, F boys, whatever you want to call them. I'm talking about the dating pool is just not the best pool right now. It's so damn polluted in that damn pool. Jesus, God, Mary, everybody, listen. It just need to be blessed at this point. It need to be saved. The dating pool need to be saged at this point. Palo Santo, sage, whatever you got. Prayer. It needs to be. The dating pool is just scary, and it's not just in the LGBT community. It's all communities. Heterosexual, whatever sex is in all poly is in all communities. The dating pool is freaking skittish right now. When you have a child or children, you need to be extra cautious of that dating pool. You need to be extra cautious of that dating pool. You need to know the people that you are bringing around your child and your children for so many different reasons. And these two posts alone, whether they were real or not, should further let you know why you should be very, very cautious about who you bring around your child or your children. You know, I do believe it was a skit. It wasn't real. But if God forbid it was real and she sat up there and she was eating in front of the child and she did not feed the child, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, I had words for this girl through the screen. I was like, you know? And it wouldn't have been on recording. I would have been ready to lay hands and ask God to forgive me. But then again, I couldn't even get mad at that young lady because I would have been like, those are signs that you see. You didn't see this in this girl before you left your child with this young lady. You didn't see signs that maybe she wasn't motherly, that maybe she didn't know how to take care of a child. And while he was up there worried about, did the child eat? I'm like, did she change the child? Did she bathe the child? Did she interact with the child? Did she, you know what I'm saying? Like, this, you got to look for signs. How somebody treat their own people, their own family, their own, you know what I'm saying? You got to look for signs. You got to be careful who you bring around your child and your children. So, from these two different viral videos that's going on, well, one is a video, so right, one is a video and one is just a post of a screenshot. Y'all should be very cautious for all the parents out there. Black, white, gay, straight, tall, short, disability or not. I don't care about none of that. Be careful who you bringing around your children. You understand what I'm saying? Like, really get to know them. Really get to know them. Watch your children. Protect your children. Don't be so quick to leave your children with these people and you only knew them for a week. And you just left your baby girl or your baby boy with this person. Watch your children. Watch them. Watch the people with your child. Like, watch them. Like, it would have never been this easy for somebody to come around, if I was a mother, my child like that. My children, never. 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 I gotta learn you. I gotta know you. Yeah, 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 yeah. I gotta, your intentions, your thoughts, your focus. Like, I would, it just, yeah. You would have never been able to come around my children and my child like that. I would never have to post some screenshot like that or some skit like that. No, no. Any red flag. There's women out there that don't play about their child or their children, and people be calling them crazy. Oh my gosh, she crazy about her. Yes, yes. They willing to go to war for theirs, and I respect those moms and mothers. Yeah, I respect them. Like, even fathers. I'm not missing out on y'all. Don't. This ain't teen women. This is teen parents. I'm on both sides of the fence, mom and dad. Like the dads too. They don't play about their children and their daughters and man, listen. Watch who y'all dating and bring it around y'all children. From that skit, whether it was real or not, from that video, and from that post, that little screenshot that woman took, people are feeling away about your children. And you should see signs. You should definitely see signs of what they feeling. Whether it's positive, whether it's not. Be careful who you bringing around your children. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to leave it right there. But big shout out to the beautiful parents out there, moms, dads, you know what I'm saying, even the children. Protect your children. And I say that on levels. Physically, mentally, psychologically, spiritually. Protect, especially spiritually. They should be covered. And I'm not saying that you gotta be a Christian or you gotta, Muslim or you gotta be some type of religion. I'm not saying none of that. You gotta be extra, extra. No. But make sure you are praying over your child. Make sure you got some type of relationship with God. You ain't got to read the Bible. You ain't got to go to no church. But make sure your children are protected all the way around. Not just by a weapon, not just by, taking them to a karate class. Because even if there's some sick people that's at that karate class. There's some sick people, counselors. They all, listen. Protect your children. Spiritually as well. Pray for them. Put some GPSs in some phones. Listen. Protect your children, please. All right? But make sure y'all know the partners that y'all have around y'all children, man. They gonna show signs. Watch them. Definitely watch them. And big shout out to the beautiful parents out there in the world. I'm gonna leave it right there. Okay? But anyway, you guys stay blessed. Have a beautiful week. Happy Sunday. Yeah, just stay blessed. A beautiful focus. And like I said, protect your children. And like I always said at the end of my videos, peace from a nerd, guys. Later.